Welcome to Cars with JJ. Today I'll be reviewing my Lexus is250 which I have been owning for the past 7 months. So this car right here, I bought this car on 7th of July of 2021. This is how the vehicle looks like. Here's a walk around of the car. So I have been owning this car for the past 7 months, and this video will cover detailed review of how the car has been and also a long-term ownership experience. So to start with, this right here is the key to the car. This car has many features. So this is an '07 Lexus is250. That's the GoPro logo for you. I have made some modifications to it, starting with the lip, spoiler lip, some blacked out logos. This right here is the diffuser for you. That's the side fender. Let's start with the features of the car. So starting with, this car has keyless entry, so I don't need to press a button. I just need to have the key with me to open the door without pressing a button. So that's how simple it is. This right here is the electronic seat adjust, which can be done towards you, to you. It has a good amount of under thigh support. It is well made, and it is a Lexus as well. Continuing back from the inside, to start the car you'll have to press the clutch. Then a green light will appear here. Then I'll have to press the push button start. This right here is a very nice appeal, the 0226. So this car has 11 airbags and 13 speakers, and the speakers are from Mark & Levinson, which is owned by JBL. Yeah, it has DTS surround, Dolby Digital. It can take 6 CDs, and it is loaded with features. So starting with, here is the cruise control. Here's the voice assist. Is the buttons to control the calls. Here's the display screen, which I can change. Yep. And these right here are modes for the stereo. This is to adjust the volume. This is to change the channel. This right here is this cruise control for you. So in this car, both of these speedometers have individual lights which can be changed according to you by a switch here. Yeah. And I'll show you right now what I'm talking about. So the car is in neutral right now. It also has cooled and heated seats. So this is what I'm talking about. So it will turn yellow first. Then if I redline, it will turn into red. Yep, 10 pounds of fuel right there. So apart from that, the 7-inch screen is a very futuristic one. It has many features. So this is the 7-inch screen, which has Bluetooth, but the weird thing about this car is the Bluetooth can only be used for calls. You can pick and cut calls, but you cannot connect Bluetooth and listen to music. That's what I mean. So this is old Bluetooth for you. So the Lexus IS models came from 2005. So this stereo is from 2005. So these are the maps. I find it very, very, very advanced for 2005. So that's literally like 4 years after I was born. So this is the climate control. It is a dual zone one. Here are the audio controls, which are currently off, but I'll show some for you. So you can adjust the surround, you can adjust the bass and everything from here, and these are for the FM and the display and everything. So apart from that, this car also, you can adjust the brightness, contrast, everything. And at the info page, you can see maintenance, telephone, calendar, language, and screen settings. Under the maintenance, you can see everything about your car. You can set your dealer, you can check all your engine oil when it needs a service. The car tells it itself whenever you need a service. So in telephones, you can, once your mobile is connected, you can see your your call logs, your phone book, your contacts, everything. And bear in mind, this is from 2005. That's what I'm talking about. So you can select the user from here. You can enter and put the location wherever you want to go from here. The voice, there is also voice maps, and that's mostly the front part. And apart from that, the car also produces a logo which can only be seen in the night time. And apart from that, you can also adjust the steering wheel downwards, upwards, towards you as well. Yep. And that's a very good appeal, and most of the new cars don't have it. So, and the weird thing about this car is when how you put in reverse. Yeah, so to put in reverse, it is near the first gear, so I'll have to lift this and put it there. As you can see, it's in reverse now. I can see the lines, and the lines move according to the movement of the steering wheel as well, which is a very good and very futuristic for 2007. And this is some additional modification. I found it cool, so that's how it is. And I think I have covered the front. Now let's hop in the back. So the rear of the car is a very nice place to be in, starting with the armrest. So this is a modification done by me. Apart from that, the armrest can be like, it has two cup holders for the passenger, and this can be opened as well, but I have this cover on, so I cannot. So this is the shelf where you can access your boot, and basically it has a lot of space, but this big hump right here, it is the drawback. That's mostly it from the back. Let's go to the boot. So the boot of the car releases itself when the key is sensed. So the car is in reverse right now, that's why the parking sensors are making the noise. That's the boot for you. It is a big storage compartment, and it's basically what you need. Yeah, and these are my 17-inch alloys which have been blackened out. These are Joyride 245 45Z are 17 months. So I'll open the engine for you. I'll show you how it looks like. So I don't personally like the front of the car. I think it looks old, but however, I have a new bumper, IS2 to IS3 conversion bumper on the way, which will completely change the look of the car, and it would look like the newer Lexuses. So this is the 2.5 V6 producing 206 horsepower and 220 Newton meters of torque. It is a very reliable engine. It can go forever, literally forever. So I have seen lots of Lexus IS models with 300k miles on the clock. Can you believe that? That's how reliable Toyota is for you. That's a 2.5 V6. It has been seen in other cars as well. Let's go to the inside and I'll explain everything to you. So driving the Lexus is250, the first impressions I have is that it is a very nice place to be in. It has a very advanced dashboard. It looks really nice, and as you can see, whenever I just put the foot, it just goes. And here's how the both of the instrumental cluster looks like. It lights up really well, and basically, so the Lexus IS models were introduced, the first gen was introduced in 2000s, early 2000s, 90s. So it was a perfect JDM car. It was a rear wheel drive. This is a rear wheel drive car as well, but it was a smaller engine. Most of them were 2 liters, and yeah, so the first gen Lexus IS was a JDM car. I won't call my car JDM because obviously it was launched in the Europe market, the Japanese market, the Australian market, and the American as well. But the UK didn't get the IS 300, which is quite better from this car. It has a 3-liter V6. This is a 2.5 V6, but 6 cylinders do the magic. So the IS300 is faster than this car. It makes more horsepower, but anyway, it wasn't launched in the US market, UK market. So, and the IS300 only came with an automatic transmission. This right here is a manual one. My car is super rare because most of the ISs were automatic, and the manuals only came with the is220D and the is250. So the is220D isn't any good because diesel and Lexus, I don't think they match really well. So the diesel variant of the IS was not very successful. It wasn't quite reliable and well made as the petrol ones. So right now I am driving a petrol one, and it is a manual. It is very rare, and I bought this car on an auction. I bought this car from an auction, from an eBay auction. I got it for £1,000. Can you believe that? £1,000 for a car like this. I got this for cheaper than any Corsa or an Astra in the market. So I bet none of your Corsa or your Astra can do this. So £1,000 is like 1 lakh rupees of the Indian rupee, which is nothing for this car. Like the features I have, the everything, cool seats, heated seats, everything I get from the car is incredible. Like I cannot think any other car apart from this in this budget, this nice, this smooth, and this fun of a drive, fun to drive car. I cannot imagine. This is such good value for money. I seriously love it. So when I bought this car, my friends were like, do not buy this car because it has a big engine, and it is a 2.5 V6 obviously, and 200 horsepower. And if you know how the UK insurance guidelines and rules goes, if you are a young driver and the engine size, if you are a young driver, the insurance will be very expensive, almost eye-watering for you. So anyway, this is a 2.5 V6 and I'm a 20-year-old. This is like the insurance is very high and the road tax is around £600. That's crazy money, but believe me, this car is totally worth it. So I worked my ass off for buying this car. I've always had this car in mind. So before this I was looking for a Mini Cooper, but that's not me, that's not for me. This is what I was looking for, and I'm so glad I bought it. So right now we are in a parking lot. We are going to have some fun. So I am turning off the traction control. You know what I'm going to do, you know what I mean. So there is a car right in front of us which is stopping me from doing so. Oh my god, not the perfect moment, but anyway, we'll go for it. Continuing again, I love this car so much that I would never sell it. I am modifying this car, but I'll be modifying it for the looks right now because I'm a student and I'm 20 and I need this car's reliability. So I'll be not doing much engine modifications, but I'll be doing more of look wise. Don't judge me, I'm not a racer, but that's me living on a budget. So this car gives a mile per gallon of 24 per liter, and it can touch 27-ish on motorways. And yep, that's basically it. So this has a 2.5 V6. It is a Toyota engine. So the car also has a Toyota sign right below the passenger's door. It has a Toyota logo and a sign written Lexus Toyota. Some people would not agree to it, but I completely believe that Toyotas, like Lexuses, are basically Toyotas dressed well with a premium badge. But Lexus badge gives it a lot of features, a lot of reliability as well. I don't know any Lexus which isn't reliable. So if you compare them with the Beamers, these are so well made, but BMW is for driving. Lexus has a sort of a old man's car sort of ish, but I don't believe that. It is so nice to drive this car. The gearbox is a bit sticky, but it's all right. It is a 6-speed one, not a 5-speed. So the 2.5 V6, we also saw the same engine in the Mark X. So the Toyota Mark X also had the same engine, had the same 6-speed manual transmission, also had the rear wheel drive. And if you won't believe how crazy how crazy nearly similar these cars are. Like, they look completely different, they drive different as well. but the main difference is the Lexus badge and the Toyota logo. The Mark X is a very nice car. It also had the 3-liter V6 option like the Lexus IS300, but anyway, those one launched here. What you could get is a Lexus ISF, which is a V8, which is a 5-liter V8, which is a really mad car, around producing 500 horsepower. It is compared with the mighty V10 M5. You know how crazy that car is when it is compared to an M5, especially the legendary one, the V10, the long revving V10 one. So overall, I am pretty happy with this car, and whoever sees it thinks it is almost 10 times the value of it. That's how people think it is, but I got this for a steal. I'm super thankful to God that I am able to drive a car like this when I'm 20. I worked my ass off for it. I worked hard myself. I earned myself and bought this car myself. It is a life achievement for me, and having a first car like this in the UK, instead of having a shitty hatchback, I am having a Lexus loaded with features, and for such a bargain price. This is the best car I would have ever got myself, and I'm super happy with it. So the one of the flaw of this car is going through tight spaces. So this is a pretty long and a wide car, so if you are going through a tight space like me, it will be a bit of a hassle, but it is not the car, it is the driver, as we all know. So that's basically it. Thank you for watching Cars with JJ. Thank you so much. Please like, share and subscribe.